This is the Great Basin prescribed fire and weather briefing for Friday, April 18th. Looking at the activity map, we have some new fire starts in the red over our southern areas, which have been quite dry. Also, a bit up there in northwest Nevada and up in parts of Snake River Plain in Idaho. So things are picking up a little bit. Most of these fires are on the smaller side, a handful of acres, but it is that time of year. Also, lots of burn projects all across the region, given by the purple color scheme. The past 7 days, not including the last 24 hours, have been quite dry in most areas, just light precipitation amounts across the higher elevations, mostly of southern Utah, and a bit more widespread over northern Utah and parts of Nevada. Percent of normal, quite dry across the region. That dryness being reflected in the 100-hour fuels, especially across the southern half of Nevada, already in the upper single digits. But we have moistened up considerably across portions of Utah with not just higher humidity, but also some light precipitation. So the 100-hour fuels, for the most part, we see the greens and dark greens. We have no issues for at least the next several days. Looking at the flash drought index, that encompasses most of the winter months. Quite dry, the highest level of drought that we have on this flash drought index across the southern third of the area, but it tapers off quite a bit along and north of the I-80 corridor. Our snowpack continues to slowly dwindle. We are near or below normal in most areas in the central and northern regions, and again, continued significantly below normal snowpack amounts in the southern quarter of the geographic area. So for the Spring Mountains or the Manti La Sal National Forest, some of the higher elevations that extend down into the Arizona Strip, snowpack really not a factor. And we have unseasonably cool weather, upper low, with cool air aloft, snow levels down to like 5,000 feet. So not heavy precip, except maybe in the southeastern part of the state, but we are going to see we're going to see on and off showers of a mix of rain and snow in the valleys, no accumulation, but maybe another 1 to 3 inches of snow in the higher terrain areas of Utah and western Wyoming. Under a low, you have excellent overall air quality. You can see the counterclockwise rotation of winds coming out of the north in many areas. And here's those winds on the surface. The highest wind speeds are in the 25 to 30 mile an hour range. We see the orange and significant winds in the green. You see the humidity drying out quite a bit across western areas, still quite moist across the east. Transport winds significantly stronger. We're seeing transport winds also analogous to wind gusts on the ridges in the 30 to 40 mile an hour range, where you see the purple, and 25 to 30 where you see the oranges. So good transport winds, good overall vertical mixing, so great dispersion, but maybe too much wind for burn projects. Saturday, the low starts dropping further down to the Four Corners. Still some clouds and some moisture in far southeastern portions of the geographic area, but drier air on north winds pushing into parts of Utah and Nevada. See another cold front approaching Idaho from the west. Again, excellent overall dispersion. Now, those winds from the north, they tend to be strongest in the morning hours. So this is a mid-morning or late or almost a noontime window that we show these north winds, not very strong, but about maybe 12 to 22 miles an hour at the surface, along with dry humidities, because that's a downslope wind once you get towards St. George and down into areas south of Ely and towards Vegas. And you see those on the transport winds, those north winds of maybe 20 or 30 miles an hour. So keep an eye on that. Good mixing. Things quiet down on Sunday. That closed low moves away. A trough of low pressure well to our north, maybe bring some clouds, maybe a sprinkle over the higher terrain of Idaho or a snow flurry, but nothing consequential. Ventilation overall very good. Surface winds now more of the west-southwest direction, strongest in northern Nevada and parts of the Snake River Plain. Again, single-digit humidity down south into the teens central areas, 20 to 30% up north, so gradually drying out over the weekend. There are the transport winds, again, strongest in northern Nevada and the Snake River Plain. 3-day precip totals, most of this will be in the next 24 hours. Some light amounts, maybe locally moderate in the higher terrain, maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow there. Otherwise drying out across western areas, and a dry week coming up. There's a low pressure area well up along the northern Montana Canadian border, bringing some cooler air, but overall pretty dry, good ventilation. And we see that pattern continue on Tuesday. Another low pressure starts deepening over Oregon on Wednesday, bringing some threat of showers to the northern areas, but breezy conditions in drier air on Thursday, along with overall great dispersion through the period. Day 4, Day 5, precipitation. This is Monday morning through Wednesday morning. Just some sprinkles or light amounts here or there. Some afternoon showers with the daytime heating. We're in that springtime kind of a time period. And then later on in the week, maybe some of those sprinkles or light showers up north or some snow flurries, but nothing really of consequence, and bone dry further south. These are the 7-day total precipitation amounts. I'll skip through those. Those are actually old slides. And the 8 to 14-day outlook, as we close out the last week of April, going into May, above normal temperatures and overall near normal precipitation in eastern areas, maybe slightly above normal across the west, but not a lot. This time of year, normal for end of April, early May is a couple hundredths or a tenth of an inch, so don't see any real soaking rains coming up in our near future. Concludes our briefing. Next one coming up Monday. Have a great weekend.